little bit. There we go. Those rocks are new.
No, it's been there.
I don't remember them.
I'm gonna walk in the grass.
Okay.
You gotta look on the ground though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at the tree falling over like that. The tree, it's falling over. Oh, little squirrel. Look at him just sitting upwards. Hello, hello. We're at the beautiful park. Hi, how are you, Rare? You are first. I'm walking and I'm gonna peek down now and then, but I have the distance glasses on, so I might not be able to see everything you say. Hang on, I'll flip it to me. Hello! Taking a little stroll. Oops. Hi, hi, Humble. Check it out, I'm at the park. Just trying to get some cardio in, and maybe you'll see a gator. It is hot as hell. I'm not gonna walk as far as Bruno. Oh, did you see the blue jay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can get close to it, guys. See if people see it. Hang on. Let's see. He flew up. Hello, little blue jay. There you, wait. Hang on. Oh, you're welcome.
You wanna try to hit the boardwalk? You think you can make it?
Where is it?
Around the corner. It loops around the lake.
Let's say hi. Maybe. The whole lake? Okay, I'll see. I'll see. Who's that? Georgia. Hi, hi. Hi there. How are you? I can't see everybody's name because I have on my distance glasses. So, Humble said hi, Bruno.
Hello.
He says hi. He's in the zone. Hi, Crimson. Going for a walk. It's so hot out. Oh my God. How's everyone doing today? I don't want to be too annoying to everyone else walking around, but see, this is the park I was in yesterday where I was sitting there. Oh wait, let's see if I can see a gator. Crimson said hi. Oh, hi, Rare. I thought you said hi, Bruno. Sorry, I can't even see. What is the lamp there? What lamp? What, babe? No, no. What lamp thing?
So you're just gonna do your own thing? Because I'm just gonna keep.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I just wanted to see if I could see a gator. I'm coming. Bruno's on a mission.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, Crimson said hi, Bruno.
Hello.
Rare said hi, Bruno. They're all saying hi. He's on a mission. He is on a mission. So, if you all know, I have PPPD. So I usually can't walk or stand for long, but I've been doing vestibular therapy and I walked from all the way down there. I'm so proud of myself. So you're on a journey with me of recovery. And you might get to see a gator or some cool birds at the same time. never know. I won't be able to walk where he goes because he goes around the whole park. And it's huge. Thanks, Rare. Thanks, Humble. I'm trying. You know, I get the dizziness, but... Oh, wait. Let me show you. I have my collapsible stool. I'm already out of breath. So if I have to sit, I could just open it up and take a seat and take a little break. Phew. All right, so the boardwalk is over here. All right, I'm gonna head back. All right,
Okay.
see you later. Mwah. All right, guys, you're coming back with me. Woo. If I fall, yell for help. I'm in Al Lopez. All right, you'll see how far I walked. When I was first, oh, thank you. When I was first on this journey, I can't see that well. When I sit down, guys, I'm going to be able to talk more because I'll put on my other glasses. But when I was first on this journey, I couldn't even stand in the shower because I was very dizzy. So I would like sit in a chair by the sink and look how far I've gone. It's tough because before being diagnosed with this, actually, let me sit back at the bench over here. I used to hike with Bruno. We used to hike for hours. Like, I remember one day we were there for like 6 hours just hiking around. So I want to get my life back, you know? I'm trying. You go to that park? Wait, what's your name? Carfire? You're in Tampa? Get out of here. Are you serious? This is Al Lopez. Hi. For real, you go to that park? Or are you just messing with me? Oh, okay, so hopefully a gator doesn't jump out of the water and eat me. All right, I'm just taking a little break. And then I'm going to go down the rest of the way and sit at the bench and talk with you guys while Bruno walks around for another hour or so. All right, let's head back. But do you know how far of a drive it is to Miami from there? Yeah. 3.5 to 4 hours, because we used to drive to his dad's, and my cousin used to live in Miami. Oh wait, hang on, no I don't. That long strip looks so, oh, okay. That would be funny if you're here running around looking for me and you think I'm playing hide and seek. Why, Crimson, are you in Miami? Oh, it is so hot. So hot. Okay, I'm going to flip it so you can see the beautiful lake. Oops. And then I'll get back on the trail. I'm not in Miami, just have an interest in it. Oh, okay. What part of the country are you from, if you don't mind me asking? I love the U.S. You know, I love shopping here because I can get everything so cheap. And I didn't realize how many flavors of ketchup there is. Like, that's insane. We have one flavor of ketchup in Canada.
I like the whole point where let's walk together.
And I wish I could eat regular Pop-Tarts, because the flavors of Pop-Tarts are incredible. Oh, and you guys have gluten-free Pop-Tarts by this company called Cats. Oh man, it's so good. We don't have that in Canada. So I feel like we're being gypped. See, there's the lake. There's usually a big gator there. There's multiple ketchup flavors. Yeah, no? Okay. No, they have like, I don't know, like a barbecue ketchup and spicy ketchup, and I couldn't believe it. You don't know what to drink? Drink like me. Ice water. Iced tea is good too. Or regular tea. I like my hot tea. I like my coffee. See this park, because you guys only see me sitting there, but look at, like, it goes all the way down. There's a big trail. It's huge. Like, look across the lake, you know? Okay, Rare. I'll still be here. I'm gonna go sit on the bench that I usually sit on and chit chat with you guys. I tend to get out more when I'm here because I have Bruno to encourage me and to help me if I get dizzy, you know. I have him to hang on to. And that's important. Because when I'm in Canada and I'm by myself, I get really nervous, you know, that I'm gonna pass out and fall and hit my head or something. So right now, you guys are keeping me company and encouraging me, and I'm so proud of myself. As simple as this seems, this is like a big monumental moment for me to walk this far. Seriously. It's been, oh my gosh, 5 years since I've been able to walk this far. So the next time I'll go a little further and then further until I'm back to my old self. You know, got to keep the body moving, right? All right, there's my little picnic table that I sit at. Crimson, I'll read what you wrote when I sit down because I can't really see it. But I know that you did write something there. Oh boy, ooh, it's sunny on this one. I mean, there's many picnic tables, but I don't know. I like this one for whatever reason. Okay, the sun's behind me, so you guys might be able to see the sunset. Oh, it's gonna be hot. Okay. All right, let me just set this up. I used to drink soda every day. Oh, you know, me too. Oops, hang on a minute. Oh, damn, there's like a million ants here. Okay, let me see. I might have to go to the other one. There's so many ants. I'm gonna get eaten alive. Let's see. Oh, there's people over there. Okay, well, it's shady over here. Maybe this is better. Let's see. If there's ants on here, I'll just go back. But I don't want ants crawling all over me. Oh, this is better. Okay, no ants. All right, let me just set up here. I'll get my other glasses on. They look exactly the same, only they're readers. So give me 1 second. I came prepared this time. The last time I couldn't see a damn thing. Look at me, I'm already red. It's horrible. Like, I feel like I'm 80. Seriously, guys, if you see me before, I was like so full of energy. Okay, you used to drink soda. Yeah, me too. I used to drink my ginger ale every day. Yeah, me too. I love my ice water. Sometimes I'll put some lemon in it. It's true. You know, Crimson, I was talking about that the other day, how even with our phones, you know, when I was younger, like, we only had one phone in the kitchen on the wall, and I had to dial my friends, you know, whereas now, hang on, let me just move that a bit. Okay, oops. Now it's like, you know, you can't hide. Everybody knows where everybody is. You know, you don't have peace and quiet. Oh, there's a duck over here. I saw you coming up. There was a bunch of ants over there, and it's too hot in the sun.
Okay,
I made it. They kept me company.
Alright,
I did it, Dave.
good job.
Yay, high five.
Alright.
All right, see you later. Let's show you the duck. Do I bet my life savings on black or red? Ooh, black. I say black, but hey, I don't hold any responsibility. Check out the duck cleaning himself. Hello, Ducky. Hello. I had a duck follow me and wagging his little back tail. And this was after my dad passed, and my dad's name's Donald. So I thought, oh, Donald Duck, how fitting. It's my dad coming to visit. No, he shouldn't, but hey, if that's what he's gonna do. The northern part of the earth is much cooler than the southern. Condensate stuff. I get a lot of heat. Yeah, I know. I'm not used to this heat. You won? All right. Good for you. Congratulations. You know, in Canada, they have the lottery online, and a couple of weeks ago, I won $650, and I won $175. I always win. I'm good luck, Captain Gumball. So, congratulations. Did you win a lot? Welcome back, Rare. I'm sitting by the boardwalk now. Wait, let me flip it. Check it out. Isn't it beautiful? It's nice and cool in the shade here. The thing about gambling is that when you win, it gives you a boost. Yep. Oh, not for me though. I gamble smart. Like if I win a couple of hundred, I might play with 50, and then like I'll transfer the rest or cash out, you know, like right away the rest of it. So I'm always ahead. And I only gamble, like I'll put 20 bucks in. And if that, once the $20 is gone, forget it. Oh well, you know. I'm not gonna play again. Like I buy some lottery tickets when I'm out here, you know, but yeah, you need to be careful. But I set a limit for myself as well. On the online one, like you can put, if you go over your limit, they block it, so you can't transfer in any more money into your account, which is good. Oh, it's a nice breeze. Okay, I feel better. Yep. The next time I'm gonna go to Lettuce Lake, which they have benches every so often, so I can actually sit, you know, on the benches. But that's where you see all of the gators, like just laying out, taking the sun. Do you like to my gamble? Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to do the stock market. I'm not good at that, so I'm afraid I'm just gonna lose. It's like that crypto thing, you know? When it first came out, I don't know, I think I bought like $30 of crypto, and it didn't do anything, you know, it just kept going down, down, down until there was like a few pennies in there. So I was like, oh well, forget it, you know. But I just do the gambling like online, you know. But it's not always. So next weekend, not this Saturday coming, but next weekend is when they're gonna have a disco birthday party for me. I don't want to go live because, you know, people might not want to be on camera, but I'm gonna try and take some videos that I can post afterwards so you guys can see. I already have my outfit, so I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. And I asked for the disco party because I just love disco, so Bruno's gonna do that for me. Yeah. That's true. I guess you have to really keep your eye on everything, you know? Like, I'm not good at that. It's like politics, and, you know, like, I know I should be invested in watching the news more often, but I don't do that. I don't have cable. I don't really like a lot of negativity in my life, and most of the time the news is very depressing, so I try not to look at it, so I wouldn't even know where to start. Like, I know people that they'll put money in the stock and then they'll make like $10,000, you know? But then you could lose it just as easy. And the news shows stories like the world's old. I know. You know, it's funny. When I went on a road trip many, many years ago to Saskatchewan. Okay, if you don't know about Saskatchewan, if you've ever watched Corner Gas, that show, it's just like that. Like the people are really like that. Anyways, and I went to a mall and it was like just one floor, a couple of stores. It wasn't even big. And they had their local Saturday newspaper. I don't do that, Vinicus. So I don't know why you're even saying that. That's pretty rude. Anyway, Crimson, as I was saying, the Saturday paper was like this thin, and then on the news, on the radio, I heard them talking about some guy who grew the biggest pumpkin. So it was really cute. Oh. Yeah, you could go. Yeah, I don't know who Crystal is. And I try and live a very healthy lifestyle. I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't even smoke cigarettes. So, yeah. Yeah, the view. Let me flip this. Are the trees greener here than in Canada? It depends. Where I am, they're absolutely green and beautiful because we get rain, you know? Check it out. But we don't have palm trees. Like right now, there's not looking at the palm trees, but there are some somewhere here, more like deeper in. There's a lot of palm trees. You're welcome. They have these pink spoonbills, I think they're called. It's a pink bird, and they're very rare. You don't see them often, and sometimes you'll see one flying across. If I see the gator in here, I'll run over there and I'll show you guys. It was big, and we'll see turtles and stuff. On the other side, there's always interesting birds, but they took away. Oh, here's a crow. They took away the what do you call it? The benches. There's a little crow. I want a raven. I see them online. People teach them to talk. Oh my God, they're so cool. It's just peaceful, you know, to just sit here and feel the breeze. You know, sometimes they'll have parties because they have like gazebos down there, and people will rent them out, and they'll have parties, and so it's nice. You know, you'll see like the bouncy houses, like with all the kids and stuff. I'm trying to get my hair, and I'm like doing this. I'm forgetting I have a hat on. Yeah, it's nice here. I love it here. Oh, did I show you the sign? The warning alligators. It's everywhere. And when I came here the first time, I asked, how do you know, like, where there's alligators? And they said, any body of water, just assume that there's alligators in there. So now I don't get too close. Although, I mean, they can come up, but I'll hear the water splash and I'll see it, so I can just, like, run over there. Hopefully outrun it. But yeah, when I'm in Canada, because now that it's summer, I have a lot of trees, like, and I have a really nice balcony, so I'll show the view. You know, you can see the different trees. But in the fall, it's nicer, because out here they don't really change colors, but in Canada they do. Who is the crystal that you're talking about? Vinicus? I don't know how to say your name. I'm assuming I look like her. Look at the duck. Look at him. Ducky, ducky. I think that's what they call a Muscovy duck. Here's a fun fact. If you look at a duck, their bill, it actually looks like a dog's face. Like it looks like the snout and 2 eyes. It is so cool, and I didn't realize that until somebody mentioned it, and then I took a picture of the duck and zoomed in, and it's absolutely true. If he stops moving and comes closer, I'll try and see if I can get it. He's cleaning himself right now. But they have a lot of squirrels here too, and it's funny because in Canada the squirrels are big, but here they're like they all look like babies. I was told that Tampa would. Well, crimson. I mean, I guess it depends where you are. Like we don't go out late at night, you know, like in bad areas or like to clubs and stuff like that. I mean, we're older, you know, like we kind of stick to home. So I'm not sure, but I mean, there's crime everywhere, right? Rare. Are your parents getting a divorce? I got divorced. My parents were still together up until they passed. I got divorced, and my son, I believe he was happier because we, like, you know, kids they can tell, right, when the parents aren't happy and getting along, but I made sure not to play, you know, his father against, like, you know, against each other kind of thing. Never involved a child. Like if it's your parents getting divorced, just let them know that you love them both, and you know, you don't want to hear anything bad about the other one because you still love them. And that's what I told my son. I said, you know, mommy and daddy still love you. We even still had, like we would go to lunch sometimes together with our son to show him that, look, we can still get along. You know, it has nothing to do with you. And just make sure not to, you know, have the fighting of, it's not your weekend. And, you know, like I kept it open. If it wasn't his dad's weekend, but he wanted him because it was like a birthday party, sure, go ahead, you know. I wasn't going to make it difficult because you have to think of the child. I mean, that's just my take on it, you know, but to me, it's like when you have a kid, you take that seriously like a job, you know, like you're a parent for life. Even though my son is an adult, I will always be his mother. And if he says he needs me, I'm going to be there, you know. It's not like, oh, you're 18, bye, you know. Look at me, I already got sun. Oh my God, this is crazy. I'm so pale. I usually don't go out in the sun. Oh, I look so old and wrinkly in this lighting. It's horrible. Ducky, come here, Ducky. See him? Okay, let me see. I'm gonna flip it and see if I can get his snout. I don't think I can zoom in when I'm on live. Oh, I could. Okay, if he looks at me, look at his. Oh, of course he's gonna walk away. I want you to see his snout because it's like a dog's face. Your dad's been saying like I am stupid like my mom. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Nobody should ever say that. And you know, my take on it is your dad is hurting because, oh, look. Hello. I don't have food for you. Aww. Your dad is hurting and it doesn't make it right, but a lot of times people show anger because they're hurt. Oh my gosh, look at this. He's right here. I've never had one come up on the table. I hope you're not rabid. I hope you don't have rabies. Maybe he recognizes me because I used to come with popcorn. I don't have popcorn, and don't you dare climb on me because I'm gonna freak. Look! He just came up. But yeah, I'm so sorry that your dad is saying that, Rare. You know, you don't deserve that.
You good?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
My hat's in the way.
Yep.
Have fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one more lap.
All right, have fun. I think the squirrel is just studying humanity before they ultimately leave. Yeah, right? Oh, there's the ducky. Oh, the little boy is is feeding him behind me. You're welcome. Can I ask how old you are, Rare? If you don't mind me asking. Okay. Yeah, it hurts, you know? I know it's hard not to take it personally. I have no idea what they're feeding him. I know I always bring like popcorn or grapes. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, my parents had a beautiful marriage, but like I said, when I got divorced, I didn't want my son to be affected. I'm sure it still affects him, you know, like every child wants their parents to get along and stay together, right? But yeah, I mean, try not to take his words personally. Just think of it like if he says anything like that to you, you just say, that's not true. You know, I don't believe that. That's what you think, you know, and just in your head, you just say he's just hurting and he's speaking out of anger. It's like when somebody is so mad and they tell a person they hate them, you know, they don't really hate them. They hate the situation. So I think he's just hurting, but still no excuse, you know. Nobody deserves to be spoken like that, and especially a child. I could never call my son a name, ever. It is sad. It is sad. And, you know, like I know, like, in my last live, like somebody was saying, you know, we should have tried and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I'm not going to get into the personal stuff, but it was best for us. You know, it was best. There's some things that you just can't come back from. And, you know, like if there's, in any relationship, if there's abuse, if there's, you know, infidelity, whatever, I mean, then you have every damn right, you know, to leave that situation for your own happiness. Because nobody should be stuck in a situation where, you know, they can get hurt or their mental health is being affected. Yeah. Yeah, you can't force somebody, you know? That's the thing. I mean, if somebody's unhappy, the way, to me, if you want somebody back, the way to get them back is like how, well, like the duck, for example. You're not going to run after it, right? To grab it, you're going to hold your hand out with some food and be patient and be gentle and kind and show him that you can be trusted. And it's the same thing, in my opinion. I mean, you know, I'm not a therapist or anything, but I have experience, you know. But in my opinion, being loving and showing that you've changed and you're going to make the effort, that's how you could win somebody back. And not including your children. Like, I would never ask my son, you know, does dad have a new girlfriend, or what did you do, or what did he say, or no, you know. It was his weekend, he had fun with his father, and then that's it, you know. It's it. It's not my business, and it's not his business, and that's it, you know. The child still needs to develop and grow and feel loved and safe in both homes, even if the parents are not together. I feel like I just did a therapy session. I'm so sorry. It hurts my heart when I see anybody hurting a child, you know, because I love people. I love kids. And I want to hug the world. I'm an empath. I don't think I've shared that before, but I'm an empath, and I want to hug the world, you know. And when somebody's hurting, like, I feel hurt for them, you know, because everyone deserves respect. Well, yeah, I am a life coach. But I'm basically speaking from my own experience, you know. That's the thing, though. Sorry has no meaning if you don't change your actions, you know. Anybody could buy flowers, right? So if he's not willing to put in that effort and change his actions, then He's only sorry that he lost her. He's not sorry for the fact that he hurt her, if that makes sense. Like Bruno and I, we have a great relationship. Even though it's long distance, we talk everything out, you know, and it's been like that from the beginning. But I'm like that. As you see, I'm very open. I never want to go to bed angry. You know, that's how my parents were. They always showed love. And we always talk things out. But if either of us gave up and didn't show that effort, it's like, well, then what's the point being together? You know, because love doesn't come naturally. People think, oh, you're in love, it's going to stay that way. No, you have to work at it. You know, it takes a lot of effort to maintain that love. The duck is swimming now. Don't be sorry. This is a safe space, you know. If anybody else is rude, well, we're going to block them. You know, this is a safe space. That's what I love my channel to be about. You know, I hope so. Welcome back, Humble. Crimson, how generalized trauma turns in. I know. It's true. But you know, I'll share something, Crimson. I don't wanna go into any negativity about my past, but I personally changed the cycle, you know, from what I went through, so that I don't put that on my son, so that he doesn't go through the same thing. You know what I mean? So Crimson, like, people can change. It's like how they say, like, if somebody beats their child, oh, well, I was beaten. And it's like, but you could change that, you know? Like, when I was younger, I mean, it was normal, you know, like, that parents just hit their kids. But I never wanted to do that, because I think it's wrong. It scared me. So I made it an effort. Yeah, see, I made it an effort to, I'm going to move because there's a lot of people and I feel kind of self-conscious. I'm going to go back to where all of the ants are. But yeah, like, oh, I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. Give me a minute to get over here. Oh yeah, like, it's like, okay, my dad had a horrible childhood. Horrible. Like, you can't even imagine the things that man went through. But he always told me, just because you had a shitty childhood doesn't mean you have the right to be a terrible adult. You know, you make your future, right? Some kids can change, some don't choose to change. Exactly. And all you can do is guide them, you know, as much as you can. Actually, I don't like my back here. I'm gonna go over here. No, wait, that's where the ants are. Forget it. Okay. Damn, what's all these ants? There's like a million of them. Yeah, all you can do is just guide them. But to me, in my opinion, when a child doesn't want to change, it's because there's something more going on, Humble. You know, like, for some reason, maybe they have a secret and they don't want to talk about it. Maybe somebody hurt them and, you know, they don't want to talk about it. And so they're showing that pain through anger. Exactly. Like the same with training an animal, you know, like your dog. You don't have to hit the dog. You don't have to yell at it. You teach it with positive reinforcement and, like you say, encouragement. And it's the same thing with your children. I'm not saying your child's like a dog. You know, don't think that that's what I'm saying. But what I mean is, encouragement goes a long way. I think it was Dr. Phil that said it takes 100 attaboys to almost erase the, you know, you're bad. Because if you notice, when you think about childhood, most people think about the bad times. Oh, we were hit. Oh, my mom told me I was an idiot, or, you know, things like that. It's because it's painful. You never, you know, you never healed from that. And so a lot of people, when they're trying to heal, they're going to show anger, you know, or they'll do that same thing to somebody else because they don't know how else to be. So it does take effort. A relationship takes effort. Being a parent takes effort. You never stop. We're all learning. Like rare kids don't come with instructions, you know, but you take from your own childhood what you learned and what hurt you and change that, and don't do the same thing, you know. So you can take this experience and say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to have empathy for my children, and I'm going to do things differently so that they don't have to feel the pain that I felt. You know what I mean? I didn't know you were a policeman, Humble. Exactly. It's heartbreaking. Yeah. You know, sometimes if they fight all the time, you might actually feel happier when they're in separate houses, because they're not going to be triggering each other, and they could actually be the loving parents that you need and deserve. You know? And, you know, like, don't look at mistakes as, oh, I messed up, you know, and there's no coming back from it. No, use it as a learning lesson, you know. We all screw up, all of us. You know, I've screwed up in my life many times. And I'm not afraid to admit it, and I'm just going to use that experience and learn from it. Have agency. Oh, that's good. You know, Humble, every time I would see somebody yelling at their child, it's like I want to scoop that child up and take them home. Well, yeah, Rare. I mean, you're hurting too. You're all going through it. It's not just your parents going through the divorce. You are too. You know, you're losing that stability of your home. So it makes sense. And that's why it's important for them to maintain that stability even if they're separate. You know, and remind you that you are loved and it's not your fault. Some people just fall out of love, you know, for whatever reason, especially if they were married young. You know, a lot of people when they think, oh yeah, I'm in love with my first boyfriend, they get married, and then it's like, oh, life is really hard. And they don't know how to cope, you know, and not everybody learned how to cope. Like, I was really lucky that I had good role models, because my parents were so loving with each other. I've never seen them argue, like, ever in my whole life. And I asked my mom when I was older, like, did you and Daddy ever argue? And she said, well, yeah, but we would go in the room. And they didn't yell. They would, like, talk it out. And that's what me and Bruno do, you know? My ex, it was just different circumstances, you know? Did you make me cry? No. No. I have allergies. No. And if I did, so what? It's emotions. It means that I have empathy for you. But no, I have really bad allergies. So I'm getting red and stuff. I'm not crying though, I promise. Look, no tears. Oh, I wonder if those people are gone over there. These ants are just creeping me out. Yeah, he's a good man. I hope so too. My great parents, but yes, they argue too, but never in front of us kids. Yeah. I mean, it's hard sometimes, you know, like to control your emotions. Are you done?
Can I get the keys? I'm gonna get loud.
Yeah. We're just having a little therapy session. Talking about how wonderful you are. Yeah. It's okay. You know what? I cry at commercials. If I see like a cute little baby, I want to cry. Like I'm an empath. I'm very sensitive, maybe overly sensitive. So, and I feel other people's pain and emotion. And so, yeah, if I cry, it's just because I can't control it. But I'm not crying, I promise you. I remember when I first met Bruno and I would just be talking about him to people, I would cry, but it was happy tears, you know, that I finally met somebody who makes me feel respected and loved, you know, and I was just like overwhelmed with the emotions, but the emotions have to come out. So like I said, like whether it's through tears or whether it's through anger. So it's good that you yelled, you know, you need to get that out, right? You need to get that emotion out, because if you hold it in like I did over the years, you'll have anxieties, which I had. Good. Yeah. Yeah, it's important, you know? Like my ex, not my son's dad, but my another ex, he was like so emotionally unavailable, you know? And it's hard because when you're an emotional person, it's hard to connect with somebody like that. They're just so cold, you know? Here comes my handsome man. He's really good though too. Like he's good with conversations, you know, talking things out. Look at all the ants, but there was people over there and they were looking at me. So I felt a little insecure.
Maybe they recognized you.
No, they're probably like, oh look, we're on TV. I don't know. But so Bruno has finished his walk. We're gonna head back. He has to work tomorrow. Would you like to say goodbye? They love seeing your sexy face. All right, everyone. Thanks for coming in. And Rare, I love you. And don't worry about anything, okay? And yeah, feel free. He said, Bruno, you devil. Humble. Feel free to talk about anything. He does have nice facial hair. Wait a minute. Thank you. We love you too. Crimson, that is shaved. He looked like Santa Claus. It used to be like, and it's full. It was like, it was such a nice beard. But yeah, because he's in an office job now, so he had to clean it up. But yeah, this is a safe space, everyone. So I'm glad that you were able to open up. And don't be shy next time. And I'll check in on you. Love you all. Have a good one.